Hi guys, it's Renisti back again with an FHM video, Season 8, Episode 5 of Barry McCockiner's ascent to the NHL and eventually the Stanley Cup. Now, we've got our last 17 games of the regular season. Hopefully, we actually put ourselves in a decent position for playoffs. We're 7th in the Western Conference, not ideal. We're in the playoff picture, but keep in mind, teams like Seattle, if you look on the right of the screen here, and Spokane, are 3 games behind, so who knows what happens. Now these are our lines for game number 1 against Prince George at home. Hopefully we win. And we get killed 5-1 by one of the worst teams in the whole Western Hockey League. What a great start. Game number 2, we got Seattle at home. Do we lose once again? Only one way to find out. We actually get a shutout, finally. 3-0 win. Hopefully, this can carry a bit more into the playoffs if we even make them. Come on. God damn it. Groin soreness day to day. All right, that's palatable. We can take care of that. This time we're in Victoria for our first away game of the episode. Evan Bean is nearing a return. He will not be playing tonight, but he will likely be in for next game. Now with John James, Coble is on the first line. I think it's long overdue. He's had a pretty good season. And Ryan McKay is on the third line right wing spot where Coble initially was. And unsurprisingly, the best team in the Western Hockey League clobbers us. Never mind. Holy crap, Swift Current. Oh my God. So, contrary to what I believed earlier, Evan Bean is not in fact ready for today's game. He will likely be playing in the next one after this. Hopefully, we can get one back against our provincial rivals. We get blanked. Wow. Evan Bean is back in the lineup. Unfortunately, John James isn't, but we're going to try and make Evan Bean a mobile defenseman for this time. It falls flat on its face. 6-2 loss. All right, so up against Kelowna, I've come to a decision. If we miss the playoffs, Barry's leaving. I know. We made numerous claims that we're going to see out this rebuild, bring an Ed Chenoweth Cup to Vancouver, but to be honest, is his message falling on deaf ears? Are the players just not listening to him? Are we just simply not put together properly? There's clearly something going on here because Swift Current on paper is way worse than we are, and they're like, 46-4-4, something stupid? Like Anton Carlson, beast. Tenchioko, a beast. Evan Bean, future NHLer, most likely. John James, although he's injured right now, future NHLer. Borowski, probably future NHLer. Francis Murray, probably future, depth guy at the NHL level. We have some good players. What the hell's going on here? Not to mention Brendan Schultz and Brody Newman are freaking beasts in their own right. This is so stupid. I have made one change, or actually a few, to the forward line. Polensky will play his first ever game on the first line. Borowski's going down to the second. Kane Riggs is moving up to the second line to hopefully add some more experience at the top. Brendan Schultz has been relegated to the fourth line, not for a fault of his own. I'm just trying to experiment, see what works. And Will Stotts is also on the third line. And it works. Kane Riggs gets 2 goals on his first game in the second line. We might just keep him there. And Francis Murray is out with a thigh muscle strain. Thankfully, John James is fit to play. But only just. All right, so a couple changes to the defense as well. Obviously, with John James back in and Francis Murray out, I swapped them out as first-line wingers. I mean, that's easy enough to do. And I moved up Fosse to the second pair and Corbett down to the third. We'll see how this goes against the Kamloops Blazers. 6-3. Oh, guys. Hold on a minute. All right, so next game up against Kelowna. Does our momentum continue? Holy smokes, it does. 8-3. Granted, Kelowna's not a powerhouse, but even still. Are we back? Look at the shots! Another development report. So let's see what happens. Stephen Higgins +1. McCormack, our future, will we even see him play? Who knows? Future Vancouver Giant nonetheless. Spencer Dupuis doing all right in Coquitlam. Daniel Karikari doing all right in Cranbrook. Crashley +2. Scott Vieno +3. McKay +2. McMahon +2. Jason Ames +2. Babs +3. Evan Bean +3. Charagu +1. Corbett 1. Fight. Not that many improvements across the board. Brody. Then we get to our star boys. Polensky and Schultz. Jesus Christ. 5 and 4. Will Stotts. Underrated +3. Aurora +4. Westland +2. Nah. We've seen better development reports, but it's good to see our young stars improving drastically. Next up, we're playing the Portland Winterhawks. And we win in overtime. 4-3. All right, so now Francis Murray's back. Ryan McKay's out of the lineup. Changed the lines just a tad, especially on the right side. But hopefully our momentum continues. And it is absolutely squashed. Portland scores 6 unanswered after we got up early, courtesy of Mark Coble. And our winning streak is over. So if you're thinking that the defense looks a bit thin, Tanchoko is out with an elbow strain for 1 to 2 months. So let's see how we cope with one of our best defensemen being out for the rest of the season and most likely the first round of the playoffs. And then some. Kane Riggs hat trick. Okay. Not what I expected. I'll tell you that for $3.99. We have a job offer. Again, in the DEL. Lausitzer Füchse. I believe that's how you pronounce them. Certainly not a great team by DEL standards. I mean, they're bottom of the league. Likely, yeah, they're already relegated. The league's done. I believe it's a 52-game season, and they've yet to start the playoffs. So they are asking Barrie to come save their club from relegation. Because I believe you play the champion of the DEL2, or... yeah, I think that's what it is, and the loser of that goes down. I might be wrong, though. As enticing as $54.5 is, we're saying no. We're holding out for a potentially bigger offer in the offseason. Should this rebuild fall flat on its face earlier than anticipated. So Daniel Quarrington, mild hip strain day-to-day, is unable to play. Scott Vieno, you are playing your first game for the Vancouver Giants in about 2 years. Let's see how this one goes. Scott Vieno is back in the Western Hockey League for the first time since 28. Excuse me. Oh, man, I'm nervous. And we get pumped. An admirable effort in the third. Jesus. They scored 5 unanswered. Kane Riggs tries to bring us back. Taylor Lockhart buries the hatchet. Jesus, man. Well, Stotts with 2 goals. You don't see that every day. And weirdly, Newman and Bean assisted on both of them. Scott Vieno got a point in his first game back, though, so maybe he's not the problem. Next game up, we're up against the Kamloops Blazers. Can we win, please? Holy crap. Daniel Pushka got the first star. And we actually... Evan Bean with another goal. How many is that on the year for him? 5. You know what? For a rookie defenseman, not too bad. Okay. Next game up, we're against Wenatchee. 3 games left after this. I'm really hoping we actually get into the dance. And we absolutely crush the Wild. 5-0. Brody Newman is out for this game with some groin soreness. It seems like it's spreading. And I just realized that can be taken very badly out of context because he's 16. You get the idea. All right, and instead of bringing McKay back in the lineup, I'm bringing Iserhoff because I think for these last 3 games we need a bit more FU in the lineup, and maybe that can push us over the hump. I don't think that was the worst idea. We just won 4-2. Next game up, we're against the Kelowna Rockets. 2 more games left this episode. Hopefully we get into the playoffs. Because right now I believe we're the AC in the Western Conference. Oh my God. Leafs fans, Red Wings fans, look away. 10-7? Hold on. Nick Elder with 5 goals? Jeez, if this kid's not an NHL prospect, Ottawa, I'm hoping that you never play Mark Hope against this kid because he clearly has his number. A 7th rounder by Calgary. This guy was a 7th round pick of the Calgary Flames, and he's not even signed. if I'm whoever their GM is. You know what? Let's find out. Who's their GM? Craig Conroy's still there. Craig, sign this guy. He's going to be a stud. All right, last game of the episode and last game of our, I believe, 3rd season in Vancouver, which is wild. Let's see how we finish things off. Yeah, after losing 10-7, I'd hope we won that. And of course, Elder has Mark Hope's number. He scores both goals. My God. Well, let's sim a bit to the point where we see the award nominees and who we would be playing in the playoffs if we actually did make it in. We somehow finished the season with a winning record despite our horrendous start to the episode. And even our bad form last episode, so we'll see what happens. So we got some award nominees. Derek Dorsett, the Calgary Hitman, Joey Fraser, Medicine Hat, and Rebecca Johnston's working with Swift Current? That's dope. Obviously, I'd imagine the hair is a bit longer than that in real life, but hey, Rebecca Johnston, head coach of the Swift Current Broncos. Would that be the first? Would she be the first Western Hockey League coach that's a female? I'm pretty sure, even at the CHL level, I think she'd be the first. Good for her. Alex Schlemko, Brett Acton, and Francis Murray are nominated for the Brad Horong Trophy. I'm not sure what this is for. My guess this is sportsmanship. Yeah, these guys all have super low penalty minutes, but I'm guessing it goes to Acton because this guy had 6 in the whole season. Lloyd Saunders, I think this is best defender. Am I wrong? Or no, this might be best GM. Barry's not nominated, which... no surprise there. Yeah, David Nemirovsky, Mitch Gagne, and Troy Mann of the Wenatchee Wild. I'm guessing Swift Current, their staff is going to sweep the awards because they were that good. The Jim Pickett Trophy nominees are Jackson Gillies, best goalie, or maybe even MVP, I believe. Kevin Dolman. How good was Jackson Gillies? Oh my God. That's actually pretty good numbers. And Martin Janka. Huh. Maybe not the name I would throw out there, but there's no way that's the MVP trophy. I'm thinking this has to be something else because Brock England would for sure be in that conversation. He had 100 points at least. Bill Hunter Trophy, Braden McCrory, Elliot Ottlieb. Okay, this one I think is the best defender. Holy... oh my God. Look at this guy's stats. Okay, 66 games, 25 goals. Not bad at all. 62 assists. Holy crap. 87 points. But that to me is not even the craziest part. Look at the guy's freaking PIMs, bro. 200 on the nose. 200 penalty minutes. Yeah, Elliot Ortlieb and Howard McQuist, give it. McCrory, yeah, give it to him. He's my vote. Braden McCrory, Easton Turco, and Luca Fisher are the 4 Broncos Memorial Trophy nominees. All right, so we know who our opponents are. Granted, it's a second seed in the BC division, but still it's going to be a tough matchup. We have come up against the Kamloops Blazers. What happens in this series? You'll have to wait and see. For now, that's it. That's all, guys. Thank you very much for watching an 8th season of Barry McCockiner's Ascent to the Stanley Cup. The season's not over. We still have at least 4 games to play in the postseason and whatever happens after that. But until then, if you enjoy this content, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.